Welcome to Late Start Piano. My name is Josh LaFleur, and today I'm going to be giving you the formula to find any major scale, no matter any of the 12 keys. This formula can be applied to any of those major scales. Even if this is your first day on the piano, you will be able to play and find the notes to any single major scale, all with this one very simple formula that I'm about to give you. The only prerequisite to this formula is you need to understand what whole steps are and half steps, so that's what we're going to go over right now. So let's take the C major, or just the C, here's middle C. All a whole step is the next note either up or going down. That's all a half step is. So starting on C, if we play a D flat or C sharp, it's the next note exactly to the right, so that's a half step. If we start on C and go down a half step and play B, that's also a half step, because B and C are right next to each other. There's no other note between B and C. So that's a half step. And if we go up, play the D flat, that's also a half step because there's no other note between those. So it doesn't matter that going up is a black key and going down is a white key. It doesn't matter. All that matters is whatever the next note is, either going up or down. If we take something like, let's do E flat. So here's your E flat. If we go up a half step, that's just E natural. And if we go down a half step, that's D. It's just the next note literally to the right or the left. That's your half step starting on any key. A whole step is just two of the half steps. So if we go back to the C major or C example, starting on C, we go up one half step, up another, and we go from C to D. That's a whole step, C to D, because we just skip one note. Same thing going down. We want to play a whole step down from C, that would be B flat, because here's one note down, that's a half step, we got another half step, we get a whole step, and that's B flat. We take something like, let's do G flat, we go down to here, that's a whole step, right? Because we skipped one note, that's a whole step. We want to go up a whole step from G flat, here's one half step, and one more, A flat. So G to A flat would be a whole step. Very simple. Now that we understand that, I can give you the major scale formula, which is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Okay, so whole, half, whole, half. And we'll take C major. Here's your C major scale. It's all the white notes from C up to C. That's your C major scale, all of the white notes, and we can apply that formula to C major just so you can get a feel for it, and then we'll take you through some other scales. So starting on C, we would do whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, and half step. And just the opposite going back down. So that's the C major. Let's take a scale that maybe you're afraid of, or maybe that you don't really know that well. Let's take A flat. So here's your A flat. We want to go whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half. Right? So A flat major would be A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, and A flat. How about another one? How about D major? Here's your D. We go up a whole step, then a half, whole step, half. Right? We'll do one more just to really illustrate this point. Let's take something like E major. Starting on E, whole step, half, whole step, half. So you can use that formula to find any single major scale. It doesn't matter, left hand, right hand, whatever. And you can actually know all of your 12 major scales really instantly, because that formula, again, works for any of those major scales. Once you understand the notes that are in those scales, then you have to actually be able to play it quickly, right? With both hands going up and down. All of those kinds of things. We take A flat, let's say. Then we want to play something like F sharp. How about C sharp? Right? You need to be able to know, knowing the notes within the scale is one thing, it's another thing to be able to actually play that scale fluently and confidently, going up and down with both hands, doing parallel motion, contrary motion, whatever it is. That's what my major scales course is designed to do. It's only $9 and I give you 3 separate bonuses. I show you how to play each of those major scales. I give you all the notes. I give you the sheet music to play those scales. I talk more about why scales are important, why they matter, how you should practice them. And again, with 3 different bonuses with chords and theory things that will have you playing scales like a pro. It's only $9 and you can get that by going to www.ladystarpiano.com/scales. And I am also offering lessons right now via Zooms. To get started with those, send me an email, ladystarpiano@gmail.com. My name is Josh LaFleur, and happy practicing.